Can you believe that at just 32 years old, my body was biologically 50? This isn't just a number, it was a harsh reality I lived with every single day. My skin had lost its vibrancy, appearing earth-colored, my hair was falling out in handfuls, and my joints felt like those of an elderly person, degrading with every movement. This was a true case study in biological collapse. For many of us, the journey to health starts with good intentions, often fueled by idealism. For me, it was the noble trap. I just wanted to save the earth. My motivation was deeply personal, triggered by a documentary on animal welfare. My mindset became clear: meat equaled greed, and plants represented purity. At first, there was this fleeting lightness, a sense of doing something good. But in hindsight, that feeling was actually masking the insidious onset of malnutrition. This leads us to what I call the hidden malnutrition of the clean plate. I was diligently filling my plate, but with what? I was substituting essential proteins, crucial for my body, with things like bread, rice cakes, and an abundance of fruit. The reality was stark. I genuinely believed I was an eco-warrior, but biologically, I was inadvertently becoming a sugar addict. My body was essentially being pickled in glucose, while simultaneously starved of the vital structural fats it desperately needed to function. The first major warning sign appeared as the vanishing woman. My doctor, concerned, asked if I had anorexia, because my hormone levels were so incredibly low, they were comparable to those of a grandmother. After years of a strict plant-based diet, I received a diagnosis of amenorrhea. This meant my reproductive system had essentially shut down. The critical insight here is that without sufficient cholesterol, yes, cholesterol, your body simply cannot produce the necessary sex hormones. This wasn't an isolated incident, it was the domino effect in full swing, leading to a systemic collapse of my endocrine and structural systems. My thyroid failed, resulting in debilitating hypothyroidism and an extreme, constant cold intolerance. I developed unexplained breast lumps, a terrifying sign of tissue failure. And at just 20-something, I was experiencing symptoms uncannily similar to rheumatoid arthritis, indicating structural failure. Then came the visible decay, a truly heartbreaking phase where my collagen began to collapse. The question I heard most often was, "Why do you look so old?" It was a stark reflection of my internal state. Physiologically, its simple protein and fat are the very scaffolding of our skin, keeping it firm and supple. Without them, this crucial structure withers, leading to a profound loss of elasticity, premature aging, and of course, significant hair loss. I hit rock bottom. There was this overwhelming paradox: I was doing everything I believed to be ethically right, yet I felt completely and utterly physically ruined. The psychological toll was immense. I struggled with deep depression, found myself withdrawing into social isolation, and was constantly plagued by anxiety. The painful realization was that what I thought was a virtuous, healthy lifestyle had actually become a debilitating prison. This led me to what felt like the heresy. It was a direct conflict, a challenge to the deeply ingrained plant-based dogma I had embraced for so long. But at this point, my desperation completely outweighed my ideology. I made a monumental decision: I would try animal food, just once, to see if it could make any difference. And then, the spark. It was something incredibly simple: one egg, fried in butter. I can tell you, it felt like fireworks exploding in my brain. My body, after years of being denied what it truly needed, screamed, "Thank you." It was an undeniable biological awakening after years of severe fat restriction. This was the transition, moving from fear to nourishment. The shift in my diet was deliberate and dramatic. I began reducing vegetables and significantly increasing animal fats. My method became the low-carb, high-fat, or LCHF, approach. The most profound feeling was that my long-held fear of fat was replaced by an incredible sense of deep satiety and, more importantly, repair. Then came recovery phase 1: hormonal resurrection. Within just 6 months of reintroducing meat and healthy fats, my menstrual cycle, which had been absent for 3 long years, returned. This was a clear medical reality. Cholesterol, which I had demonized, was providing the essential building blocks for my sex hormones. And incredibly, those unexplained breast lumps? They disappeared. Following this, I entered recovery phase 2: reversing the clock. My hair, which had been thin and brittle, thickened and regained its beautiful shine. My skin, once that dull, earth-colored tone, was replaced by a healthy, vibrant glow. My friends even started asking if I had gotten Botox. My answer? No, honey, I just ate beef. Finally, recovery phase 3, vitality and spirit. The difference in energy was monumental. The energy I got from a plant-based diet felt fleeting, leaving me anxious and weak. But the energy from meat? It was sustaining, calm, and truly powerful. My chronic joint pain completely vanished. The cloud of depression lifted, and slowly but surely, my joy returned to life. So, what's the lesson? Its profound self-preservation is nature conservation. The evolutionary logic is clear: humans evolved over millions of years to thrive on a diet that includes meat and fat. The critical realization for me was this: you simply cannot save the planet if you are dying yourself. My new mantra became, and still is, animal protein isn't a sin, it is the essential medicine that keeps us alive and truly thriving. My final message to you is this: listen to your body's scream. For me, and for so many others, eating the meat, embracing those essential nutrients, is the only way to truly bloom again. It was a remarkable journey from feeling trapped in a 50-year-old body, back to living and loving a vibrant 30-year-old life. Your body knows what it needs. Give it the nourishment it deserves.